Thanks to Lumina for sponsoring this video. I find building a new desk setup always super motivating. Not only I appreciate the end result, but it definitely sparks my productivity and creativity at work when I'm in an environment that I like. So I rebuilt my desk setup. This one is used every weekday for my software developer job, so I need something that's comfortable, optimized for remote work with productivity in mind. And I believe I was able to achieve that with a touch of mid-century modern design aesthetic. So let me give you a tour. First major element I changed is the desk. I had a good but small 24 by 48 inch desk and I upgraded to a larger 30 by 60 inch model. This is the Jarvis by Fully with the designer ply tabletop. I picked this model specifically for that top as the plywood matches with the other furniture in my office, but also with the whole mid-century modern theme I'm aiming for. And this tabletop is great. It's fairly thick, the top surface seems durable, I believe it is made from linoleum so it feels a bit rubberized. The underside is also super smooth so it's comfortable on the legs, and now with a larger surface, I have a lot more room to work properly. The Jarvis has also become my favorite sit-stand desk. The controller looks great and is super responsive. I also like that the columns are located closer to the back of the desk, so they're not in the way as much as typical desks, and it makes adding a drawer easier. I went with the lower 3-stage design frame, and I haven't seen other companies make a frame that goes this low. That allowed me to add casters to the desk while still keeping a surface height that's low enough for a proper ergonomic setup. Finally, I upgraded to a powered grommet cover, which is super handy. It even includes an 18-watt USB-C charger, which is great to charge devices that need just a bit more power. As for cable management, I don't have too many cables with this setup, so I decided to rely on a few plastic cable ties that I screwed under the desk, as well as the frame itself. I added this Trond power strip which has holes to easily install it under the desk, and it happens to fit well in the center section of the frame. Then I used flat extensions for cable that had straight plugs so that they're even less visible from the top. And I did the same for USB devices. As for cables that connect to the desk, I have power and Ethernet, and these run alongside the columns using black cable covers. I have to say, I haven't seen anyone else manage their standing desk cables like this, and I think it's one of the best implementations I've seen yet. There's only a bit of slack where the legs move. For Ethernet, I have an extension running down to the right feet, so it's super easy to connect the whole workstation to a different Ethernet cable if I move the desk around. And as for this Ethernet cable, I installed cable raceways that are color matched with my walls to go to the wall plate. Now to the chair, I recently upgraded to a Herman Miller Aeron in the new Onyx Ultra Matte finish, and I have been liking it a lot. I made a whole video on this chair, so feel free to watch that video to know more, but I do love how well it matches with the desk in this darker shade. To continue with the plywood theme, I went with a plywood laptop stand. This one is from a company called Grove, but you can find them under different brands. Pretty sure it's always the same stand, but with a different engraving. It's very simple and not height adjustable, but I do love how it matches with the aesthetic of this workspace and how it contrasts with the black surface. Now, sitting on this beautiful stand is a new base model 14-inch MacBook Pro that we upgraded to recently at work. Even though it has the base configuration, it is way more powerful than my previous Intel machine, and even then, we're moving our local development environments to the cloud, so most of the workload isn't even executed on this laptop, so I would dare say it is overkill for my usage. But it's an amazing machine, so much so that I also have my very own 14-inch M1 Pro MacBook Pro for video editing, here with a slightly upgraded configuration. Now let's have a closer look at this new webcam from today's video sponsor, Lumina. This small and elegant webcam produces the best image quality I've seen so far for a webcam. To get the best quality possible, many will use an actual camera as a webcam, but not only it is a lot more expensive, this setup is also more bulky and not as plug and play. The Lumina aims to produce a comparable image quality with the power of AI. In fact, the Lumina webcam helps you look good at any time of the day and in any setting. Rather than needing to find the perfect lighting and background, Lumina intelligently enhances your lighting, brings out natural colors, and creates a stunning depth of field effect around you using AI. The webcam itself looks and feels premium as it has a full aluminum body offered in 4 colors, and it features a detachable USB-C cable. It's on the more compact side, being smaller than most other webcams I've tried, and it comes with a magnetic privacy cover for when it's unused. You can use the webcam as is, but the Illumina app makes it stand out even more. With it, you can adjust all of the camera settings. You can also adjust the level of background blur or use the cameraman function to follow your face. All the effects are applied in real time and baked into the stream that's fed as a second webcam entry in meeting softwares, which ensures identical settings across apps. This camera offers an image quality that is superior to other options in the same price range, and its software solution transforms it into a very capable camera, able to rival against dedicated cameras. Check out the link in my description to know more about this awesome little webcam. So even though the Lumina has great low light capabilities, more light is always better, and for that I added the newly released Logitech Litra Glow LED light. This little lamp mounts on your monitor or via a standard tripod mount and is powered by a simple USB port. The cable connects at the back and is USB-C, which is nice to see. The light can be controlled with an app, but also with physical buttons at the back, which I prefer given how quickly it is to toggle when jumping on a call. It is very bright, so I will relocate it to the side eventually so that it doesn't blind me, but I think it is plenty powerful for what I'm using it for. To light up my work surface, I love using monitor lamps. They don't take additional room on the desk and they usually cover most of it. Here I have the new BenQ screen bar Halo, which is sort of a 2-in-1 as it also has a light at the back to reduce eye fatigue due to the contrast between the monitor and the wall behind. This lamp has adjustable temperature and intensity, and it can be adjusted using the included wireless puck controller, which does feel super premium. The light quality is outstanding and it doesn't cause glare on my monitor given the angle it's at. The two lights can also be turned on and off independently. And on top of that, it fits both curved monitors as well as thicker ones such as the one that I'm using as part of this setup. Speaking of which, I've had this monitor for a long time and still love it to this day. It's the BenQ PD3220U, a 4K IPS monitor with Thunderbolt 3 support for a one cable solution. I love the fact that I can connect all my peripherals to it and then have them automatically connected to my laptop when connected over Thunderbolt. My keyboard, webcam, microphone, and even Ethernet goes through it. Although it doesn't have all the most recent specs with regards to the panel itself, I still enjoy using this monitor as a developer, and what I like even more is how clean it looks with thin, even bezels all around. Although it comes with a decent stand, I upgraded it with Ergotron's HX monitor arm, which is specifically designed for larger and heavier monitors. It allows for on-the-fly movements, is super sturdy, and also complements well this setup given its matte black color. It has a few cable management nooks and attachments, so cables are barely visible for a clean and minimal look. Attached to the monitor is my microphone, which is the newly released Video Mic Go 2 by Rode. When I saw it being released, I bought it immediately. I think this product is incredible for only $100 as it works as an on-camera microphone, but can also work digitally over USB-C, which is how I'm using it. Given that it's a shotgun microphone, it mostly picks up sounds in front of it and ignores the rest, thus reducing room echo. This is a sound test using the Rode Video Mic Go 2. It is a dedicated microphone that connects over USB-C, and its pickup pattern makes it so that it rejects sounds from the sides. I do hope it does a good job at that, and I'm looking forward to hear how it sounds. Just below the microphone is where my keyboard and mouse rests. Here I opted for the EQ68 Aurora keyboard by Woog Studio. This was part of a group buy, so I did have to wait a few months to receive it. I went with MT3 keycaps, which I believe match well the mid-century modern aesthetic. I had this Fairlane set at first, but last minute I received this white on black set, which I think is even better here, given that the accent color is mainly yellow. As for my mouse, I'm actually using a space gray trackpad. These are hard to find as they were discontinued some time ago, so super happy to have picked one up while they were still available. It rests in a Grove-made stand, which isn't made of plywood, but it's still light colored wood, and thus it matches pretty well with the rest of the furniture and decor. I'm still using the Carpio 2.0 wrist rest from Delta Hub, which I love, and my headphones of choice are the Sony WH-1000XM4s, for that sweet noise cancellation feature. On the left is where I added this new palm light by Gentry. I think this lamp design is perfect for a mid-century modern aesthetic. I decided to be bold and go with yellow for the color, as black wouldn't pop given the black wall and desk, and this color is already present here and there in this room, making it a nice accent piece. Gentry lights are made from a plant-based polymer and 3D printed in the US, so that's pretty cool. The lamp also has a very small but heavy base so that it takes as little space as possible while still being stable. The included bulb produces a super high quality light, but I replaced it with an E12 LifeX bulb for the added smart functionality, so I can control the lamp with my phone or with the day and dusk feature so that it follows the sun. Now, what makes this desk setup so aesthetically pleasing to me is the desk setup itself, of course, but also all the decoration and furniture that surrounds it. So on the wall, I got some digital art from Etsy and had them printed, again tying up that mid-century modern aesthetic. Then to the right of the desk, I have some Grove-made shelves with the same black and plywood look. On them, I got some other prints from a previous video, a Polaroid camera, a Lego Porsche 911 that I received last Christmas, and a lamp to illuminate that Lego build. Speaking of lights, I got a few hexagon lights from Govee on the walls, as well as their Lyra floor lamp and a few LifeX bulbs. All of these are on a schedule, so they automatically turn on and off on weekdays. These lights are mostly spread in the lounge area of this office space, which doubles as a nice background in my video conference calls. I set up this area with a rug from Ruggable, a coffee table from Gus Modern, and a lounge chair I found on Facebook Marketplace from a Canadian furniture maker. These three pieces really tie in the mid-century modern look I was going for and make use of plywood again to continue with the theme I have in this office space. This area is also filled with plants. I installed a motorized blind in one of the windows, and this is also where my electronic drum set and electric guitar rest. I gotta be honest, this desk setup and office space was a lot of planning. It's been a work in progress for more than 5 months now, but I'm super happy with its current state. I haven't seen another desk setup similar to this one yet. There's still some room for improvement, so I am definitely looking forward to the final touch that will complete this environment. Let me know down below what you think of it, and if you have any idea on how I could improve it, I'm all ears. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing for more content like this coming very soon.